get sailing again. I'm so excited.
Bye, Bocas.
We have 7 knots of headwind.
Woo!
Woo. Today, I overcome my fear.
No dolphins as of yet, but keeping my hopes up. Good morning, baby.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Well, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning and we are sailing to Cologne.
We say that like it's early. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Like most people are up and at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and we're going to Shelter Bay. We're so early.
I don't think we're so early. Anyway, yeah, we are finally leaving this place. Or not, I shouldn't say finally. We've been here for 2 months. It's been absolutely amazing. We have had our community here and yeah, just been having a great time surfing and eating out, drinking a little bit of beer, and it's been great.
One of the perfect anchorages, I would say. One of the more better anchorages we've ever been to that ticks all our boxes.
Yeah.
There's a few that are missing, but we're still on the search for the perfect anchorage, but this is right up there for us.
Yeah.
The surf, the town, the friends we've had. Oh, this is unreal.
It's great. It's really great. I'm gonna miss it. I'm a little bit sad right now, but it's time to get moving.
And you get this feeling after being in a place, after being on anchor for so long, and it's kind of like this, you got to get out of here feeling.
Yeah.
This is the place that has been the longest that I've never felt it. You know, I've been in a lot of places, and after a couple of weeks, I'm just like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This place has been like, okay, now it's 2 months, almost 2.5 months, and now we're kind of be like, okay, the season's getting on.
Yeah.
We're going to cross the Pacific.
We can also add that why we've been here for so long, yes, it's great, but we've also been here for so long because French Pool has been closed because of COVID. So yeah, we have basically wait for French Pool to open up again, and it looks like they're going to open up in a couple of weeks.
Ooh, let's not count our chickens before they hatch, darling.
So how far is it to Cologne, hon?
We are going... That's a great question. As a captain, you'd think I would know this, wouldn't you? 136 miles to Cologne, to Shelter Bay. We will be hopefully doing that in about 27 hours if we get 5 knots.
There's wind.
I couldn't sleep last night because I was just like, we're going to get sailing again. I'm so excited.
Alright, let's set sail and get there.
Get through the canal, baby, to the Pacific, baby!
Bye, Bocas. It's been fun.
We have 7 knots of headwind.
Woo!
Woo! We're going 5 knots.
Woo! On motor. Woo!
On motor. 8 now. Oh, this will be good, babe. We'll be able to put up sail in this.
Yes.
There's a bit concerned there that we wouldn't have any wind at all. We have to motor. We don't like motoring, do we?
No.
Say no to motoring.
Nope.
have 4 knots of boat speed and about 8 knots of wind speed. It's not crash hot, that's alright.
We're moving at least.
We are. I scraped the hull yesterday, so we should have a nice clean bottom. We are quite heavy, we're full of diesel, we're full of water, so we're probably weighing about 12.5 tons right now. But that's okay.
Not including us.
Yeah, including us. Okay, good morning. I'm hoping to do a little bit more in-depth into our sailing conditions. So upon maybe a couple times a day through this sail and hopefully for future sails, I'll be able to tell you what we're facing and how we've got the sail set up. So I'll start off right now with saying that we are facing about 8 knots of true wind, which is not much. We have full sails up. The wind is coming from about 90 degrees, so kind of a beam reach, somewhere between 90 and 60. It's swinging around a little bit and I'm just getting rained on. Okay, so this 8 knots of wind and somewhere between 90 and 60 degrees, we're getting about 3 knots, but we are facing some incoming waves. Bocas del Toro is brilliant for waves. So there you have it. It's not much at the start of this sail. We don't like to put on a motor, so no matter how slow we go, we try to sail always. With winds ever so light, I decide these are the perfect conditions to try fly our spinnaker for the first time. Hold that.
Give me a smile.
Our friend said you can sail a symmetrical spinnaker like an asymmetrical. Because we haven't got our pole completely 100% set with all the ropes, I thought during these light winds it'd be perfect to try this flying the symmetrical spinnaker like an asymmetric, and it's working out pretty good. The sail loses a lot of shape because of the waves, but it's still getting us moving. We were doing like maybe 2 knots all morning, and now we're doing 3 and 4 in like 6 knots of wind.
Yeah.
Wow!
Happy chappy?
Wow! That's unreal. That is absolutely unreal.
Round 2. What's that smile for?
Oh man, we got the spinnaker pole with the spinnaker flying. Oh man, we've kind of jury-rigged it a little bit. We haven't got the proper ropes, we haven't got proper, but it's flying.
It's flying! First time with Merewether.
So probably everybody in the comment section, all the true sailors, can probably correct me on what I'm doing here. I don't think I've got it right the first time, by any means. But, wow, it is working. Believe it or not, I've never flown a spinnaker. I've never owned one, I've never had the spinnaker pole, I've never had the capabilities of doing it, but my goodness, now that I have done it, and I've done it myself, it just makes me, it makes me absolutely ecstatic. It is the absolute perfect conditions as well. We've only got about 6 or 7 knots from behind us. We've been having the head sail flap around and the mainsail flap around, and it's been really annoying. So we've just had a lot of time to just take our time and get it all set up, and it's just worked. For me, it's worked perfectly.
Good evening.
Hey, what a day.
What a day. Guess what?
What?
We have wind.
Yes. Yes, we didn't film, but we've had the motor on for the last 2-3 hours. We lost everything. We had the spinnaker up for about an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then we had 5 knots, 6 knots.
It was flapping around a bit.
It was flapping around a little bit.
It was okay. We still went somewhere.
We still went somewhere. And then it just died off completely. But now we have a little bit of wind. We've just had a little bit of dinner. I'm about to go for a swim.
Yeah.
I am ecstatic with today.
Yeah, it was good.
I kind of... Oh, maybe we
Just would have said
maybe,
that.
maybe we talked too soon. I've been a little bit scared of the spinnaker. I've never put one up myself, especially not with a pole or without a pole. I didn't know how all that worked. After doing a lot of Googling and talking to a few friends, today I overcome my fear. I don't know, I was always scared that it would get tangled or we'd lose it over the side. It was really simple. Didn't tie my shorts up. Oh, it's so I don't know what you're talking about.
Tired, Tiger.
Yeah,
Oh, sure, shower.
that's good.
Was it hot?
Feeling fresh. It was very hot. Advantages of having the motor on.
Did someone use almost all of the warm water,
No, I'm innocent.
leaving someone else with tiny amount?
Ah, first in, best dressed. Have you talked about your day? How's your day?
Yeah, it was good. I felt a little seasickness again coming up. I have a certain amount of energy that I can use when we're sailing, and I really feel seasick. And when we put up the spinnaker, after we're done with all that and put it down again, I just sort of crashed. So I just went down in our bedroom for 5 minutes, kind of had a little nap, but then I felt fine again.
You had like a reset, didn't you?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think we've been in Bocas for 2 months as well, so just getting into it again.
Why is the towel on the steering wheel?
I guess I put it there. I just thought that we were on anchor.
The steering wheel's not moving or anything.
I've had a great day. If you don't count in my seasickness, it was very fun to see the spinnaker up. It was beautiful. The red really suited with the canopy. And yeah, I'm really happy to be back sailing again. It's been a while, and you get the itch when you're on anchor for too long to go out sailing. So it was great. I've seen 2 fish jump, no dolphins as of yet, but keep my hopes up. And it didn't take long. 10 minutes later, a dolphin family of 10 came to fulfill my wish.
morning, good morning. What is there to say about this sail? Well, it hasn't been much of a sail. It's been more of a motor. We have tried to sail out of Bocas, failed. Well, we had a little bit of spinnaker up. Motored mostly through the night. This morning about 2:30, 3:30 a.m. we put up both sails and we had good wind. A few squalls coming through the night and we had good wind for that. This morning we've been able to sail basically into land, but the way the wind is coming, we have to motor the rest of the way because it's directly into us. We could traverse up and down the wind, but I don't feel like it. Gonna spend probably 3 or 4 days on this side of the canal just setting up the hydro vane, and we got to get measured and there's kind of a waiting period, but basically hopefully we'll be through the canal within the next week or so. How are you feeling, pretty thing?
Hello.
Not good. Seasickness?
Yeah. And headache on top of that.
Darling.
Waves are like...
Darling. Oh, a couple more hours.
No, thank you. There's a couple of boats that are waiting.
With only 12 miles to go, the squall started to group over Cologne, and we took our time motoring through the entrance of one of the busiest canals on the planet.
You feel okay?
Feels great.
How are you feeling, Captain?
Tired.
Yeah.
Very tired. That's okay. We're almost there.
Yeah. You were saying before that this place reminded you of Gibraltar. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got this lots of big ships on anchor, fueling up, going through.